Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to welcome you to this little short presentation of the sixth Vatlong vowel. It's just about some of the research assistant work I've been doing with Dr. Rich. So, just a quick introduction. My name is Abrie Brits. I'm a full-time student at Massey University, and I'm currently working with Dr. Rich in a research position, as I said, with the sixth Vatlong vowel. So the project that we are doing, so the aim of the project that we are doing is basically what are the acoustic phonetic qualities of the A vowel in Vatlong, and how does it differ from A and E? What is the exact phonological distribution? So that's where does this vowel appear in a spoken language, Vatlongos in this case. Is A a separate phoneme, or phoneme just means sound? So is it a separate sound, or is it an allophone, or is it the same sound of A and E? And is there variation between speakers of this vowel? And is that variation influenced by Bislama? So that's just a little bit of what I'm doing, but I'll explain it more to you as I go through this presentation. So what is the A, and E vowel? So the A vowel, the one that looks like a merger between A and E, is a near front vowel, near front rounded vowel. The A is an open front unrounded vowel, and E is a closed mid front unrounded vowel. So what that basically means, all these fancy words, is it basically just means where you are saying these vowels or articulating or making the sound of these vowels in your mouth. So if you look at this little picture here, U, O, and A are all made in the back of your mouth, where E, and A are made in the front of your mouth. The difference between this A is it's in the front here, and this A, it's at the back of your mouth. So that's basically the difference. So what have we been doing? So the idea about this research project is basically what we've been doing is Dr. Rich has, through her work in Vanuatu, she has collected some sound files. So this, what you're seeing on screen now, is an example of a sound file that is actually 10 minutes long, but I'm just taking a little section out of it to show you that what we do is we take the sound file and then we take word for word into another program called Prot. And in that program, we analyze the word. Then we break the word up from one single word. So we take it from one sentence to one word into different, different consonants and vowels, to different sounds, basically. So this is what it sounds like. So then my job was to take one word. So example, I would just take a word like here. And then I would take it into the program called Prot. So this is this little program here. And I would create this file, or the sound file here. So the top part, what you see here, is just a sound wave. So that's the tone, and when you speak and you make like little words, it's just how the pitch is going. And then this part here, the black part here with the red dots on it, that's what we call a spectrogram. And it's almost like an X-ray of of the sounds that you make. If you think about an X-ray of the human body, it's kind of like that. So then basically what I was doing is I would decide where the word is. So I've decided the word is here, which is the word na. And then I would separate the consonant from the vowel, which the consonant is here, the nasal, because you make it through your nose, and the vowel, which is ah. And then I would make another tier here where we basically take this little part here, and then I take this information and we put it on a spreadsheet, and then Dr. Rich uses the information of this sound file that I've created to put into another program called R, where she generates basically where the vowels fall on the different frequencies or different formats, these red things. And so the idea is like the R vowel, for example, will all fall kind of in the same similar area when you say them. Different speakers is different. So for this whole 150 hours, I've basically concentrated on one speaker, so our data can be really consistent. Anyway, so yeah, so that's the R vowel. And then this is the ah vowel, which you can hear sounds totally different. And then this is the E vowel, which also sounds totally different compared to the R vowel. And we basically what we want to prove is that this vowel here, this one here, it's part of Vatlongos language, because in the past they've said it's not, but we disagree and we think it is, so we want to prove it. Yeah, and then, like I said previously, after I've done all this work, Dr. Rich takes all this information. Well, I put all the information on a spreadsheet like this, you know, and there's the little vowel. So like this word here, tamin or taming, we think it's, this could be that ah there could be actually be an ah vowel. So yeah, then she takes this all this information on the spreadsheet, and she becomes very fancy, and she generates, let me just find it. She generates this here, which is basically a program through some programming and software stuff that she does that I have no idea how she does it, but she does it. She generates this, and in here you can clearly see from all those tokens, this is where the ah vowel is, that's where the e vowel is, and this is where the ah vowel is. But you see all these little green dots here are possible ah sounds that I just haven't picked up because it's really hard to hear the difference and see the difference on the spectrogram as well. But yeah, and the same with this this red here. But yeah, that's just a little bit of work I've done. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this short little video. It's, yeah, oh, before I forget, there's a that sound file that we've used. We've made a little storybook that I encourage you to go check out. It's quite cool as well. So it's not just all work. There's some fun stuff in it as well. But anyway, have a good day. Thank you.